Hi, recently got a question about this term passive aggressive behavior. And hi, my name is Jim Sellner, and I'm the EVP of People Analytics and Talent Activation at Vivo Team. Now, we often hear this term about passive aggressive behavior. From my perspective, that kind of puts a psychological thing on it that implicates the person as being kind of sick. And I think that's a problem because when we label people, we put them in a slot. Basically, somebody who exhibits behavior. Let's say I'm in a meeting and I'm not speaking up, and then I go out after the meeting and gossip to the other team members about blah, 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 went on in the meeting. Well, that's my unwillingness to come forward, and it's a lack of my competence to be responsible and accountable to my team to speak up. My assumption is that when we get hired to do a job, to be on a team, we are paid to speak up in a respectful way and not to hold back and then gossip later. That is totally ineffective and needs to be dealt with. Now, there are two elements to this thing happening where people don't speak up. One is that people don't understand their responsibilities or they don't accept their responsibilities, and they need to be dealt with by the manager or the other team members in terms of saying, hey, Frank, I haven't heard you speak up, or last time we had a meeting, you went and gossiped about this, and now you're not saying anything again. That's really important in a team for people to speak up about that. In terms of you being the leader of the team or the manager of the team, there are two aspects of this. One is emotional intelligence. Sometimes I can come across as very forceful. And often what people do then is kind of shrink back and they don't say things and then they gossip later. So I need to watch my behaviors to make sure that I am not bowling over you in terms of what you need to say, but respectfully listening to you and that kind of thing. Now, also the second part of that is if I'm not doing that, and still somebody goes outside the meeting and starts gossiping to other people, it's my job to go to that person using the accountability steps. First step, I notice that you're now talking about the issues that came up in the meeting that you weren't talking about in the meeting. And then you go silent, you wait for the person to respond. And whatever they respond, the goal is for you and everybody else on the team to speak up because your contribution is really important. So let's figure out a way to help you make that happen. So that's a straightforward way of dealing with these kinds of things. We want people to speak up. We need to sometimes help them to learn how to speak up. Our job. I'd really encourage you to stay away from these labels. Not useful. Thank you.